What is going on, everybody? Jay here from Maji and Jay. Today in this video we have the unboxing and the review of these very cool earphones that I got directly from Amazon, and they are called the Nasudake J7. They cost about $53 and they look very similar to the Icon X from Samsung. These are basically the rip-off of that brand, and you guys know that the Icon X is quite cool. Even though a lot of people didn't get a hype of it, I think it is quite amazing, especially if you're like me, you're on the go or you need something wireless. These definitely do the job. So getting a look here at the box, we find the little brand right there on the upper right hand side corner, together with the model number and the picture of the product. On the left hand side we have nothing, on the right hand side we have nothing. On top here it says True Wireless Stereo Headphones or Earphones. And on the back side here we have some of the specifications. You can tell that it comes with a Bluetooth version 4.0, which is great. Charging voltage is about 5 volts. You got the RF frequency, the working temperatures, and so on and so forth. And the cool part is that these are somewhat waterproof. It is IPX4. So yes, they do sustain some drop and maybe some sweat, but this is not for you to go underwater or to wash them, on a sink, or to go and take a shower with them. Otherwise, you will most likely damage them. So opening the box here, inside we're going to find two different boxes, one of them containing the earphones themselves. Now the cool part is that these, like many other wireless earphones out there in the market, they come with a little charging dock. And this right here comes with a built-in 700 milliamp battery, able to charge them about 5 times. In my case, I was only able to charge them about 3.5 times before this thing ran completely out of charge. So here we have the casing. Let's go ahead and set it aside. Inside of this little box we have nothing else. And on the other box is where we're going to find pretty much all the accessories available. So we got this very tiny little box. Inside we're going to find a pouch so that we can store them. Very cool. Next we got here some earbuds so that we can change them according to your ear size for comfort. And finally we have here the USB cable for charging purposes of your little dock. Then I almost forgot, we got the manuals. The manuals are actually quite helpful. I know a lot of you guys out there, including myself, hate manuals. We usually don't read them, but in this case I did have to read them in order to know how to skip the music, how to pause it, how to answer the client phone calls, and so on and so forth. And it is pretty straightforward. And then as you guys can tell, they come in Chinese and also English, so that's definitely a plus. So with this being said, inside of this box we have nothing else. Let's go ahead and get these paired and see how well they work. So let's get started here by taking a look around this box. We can notice it has a power key. This is so you can start charging your product and also to know what's your battery level. So if I press it, you guys are going to notice that they are completely charged. And on the right hand side we have a little micro USB port. This is where you connect them to charge. On the back side is plain, on the side is plain, and on the bottom as well. So they have a little latch here made of plastic, so you must be careful. And also when you open the lid, they will automatically go on pairing mode for Bluetooth. And right now I have the left hand side connected. That's the side that in case you want to use both of them at the same time, you must connect first, is the one that has the L sign on it. So if you take a look here on the back side, one of them has the R logo and then the other one has the L logo. So L for left and R for right. So this is the one that you want to start pairing, and basically, in your first boot, it's not going to connect automatically. So in this case, I'll be providing the sample on how to do it. You must power them off first, completely. After doing so, you have to go ahead and press the power key one more time and hold it until you see the red and blue light blinking. Likewise, this means that now we are in pairing mode. So you go ahead and grab your smartphone, and then you go here into your Bluetooth settings. You check and see until you find the J7 logo, and right now I do have it right here. So I'm just going to tap on it and connect to it. In your case, it should be all the way on the bottom where you can find new devices. So right now we have connected, and as I said before, once you pair the left hand side, if the right hand side is turned on, they will both pair at the same time. Something really cool. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about the quality. They are made of plastic and also rubber. And this is the little earbud that you can change, as I mentioned before. On the bottom there we have the little charging pin. And then here we have the button. This is the only, actually you have two buttons. One is going to be here on the side. This is so that you can skip the music and also increase and decrease the volume. The same thing you can do with the other unit. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you that here right now. So here's the other button for the other unit, and they're both going to work exactly the same. Now the cool part is that if you increase the volume on one, the other one will also increase the volume, okay? And then this button is going to serve, of course, as a power key, is a pairing key, a pause and play key, and you can answer and decline phone calls as well. So it is a multi-purpose button, and you guys must be really careful when you take them off, because let's say you're listening to music or you just want to adjust them, make sure that you grab them from the sides, because if you try to grab them from this side, you can press the button and you might either pause it or skip the song accidentally, so be very careful. So just to give you a brief idea on how they charge, this is the pin that connects to the earphone piece. So when you put them in, it would go something like this, and then of course the lid is going to push into them even more so that they don't come off, and now we can notice how they have started to charge automatically. In my case, I already fully charged them, and both of them come with 75 milliamp battery individually. And then, as I said before, the dock station comes with a 700 milliamp battery, able to charge them up to 5 times according to the manufacturer's description. But in my case, I was only able to charge them about 3.5 times. So yes, it's really cool, and the lid is actually made of nice quality. It doesn't feel like it's going to break, and the overall quality on these is absolutely phenomenal. Unfortunately, I don't have the Icon X from Samsung to compare, but if you guys request it, I can purchase them for you and do a little comparison for sound quality. So as you guys know, we are already paired these two on my smartphone. I just want to know if both of them have sound. So they appear to be connected, but sometimes for some weird reason they tend to turn off, or one tends to turn off and the other one stays on. So let me go ahead and confirm that with you guys. Okay, so now I have confirmed that both of them are connected with each other, and also we know that the left hand side is connected already to the smartphone. So yes, the transmission works perfectly well. Now something I did notice is that after 10 feet of getting away from them, let's say that this side is facing the smartphone and this side is not, this side might cut off sometimes, something that I found a little bit of an inconvenience. But that's only if you're more than 10 feet away, and you're not supposed to be more than 30 feet away from these because of signal reception. But yes, overall guys, they work perfectly well. So here, without further ado, let's go ahead and complete a testing with non-copyrighted songs. Alrighty guys, so there we witnessed a little bit of the sound quality, and as you guys can tell, they sound tremendously great. Now I do have some complaints about these units, and first of all is that sometimes when you try to skip the track, for some reason it just goes back instead of going forward. You are supposed to hold it for about 2 seconds if you want to go forward, and I think you have to double press it and then hold it for another 2 seconds if you want to go backwards. So sometimes the little system on these get it confused, and you end up rewinding the song instead of going forward, which I found to be a little bit of an inconvenience. But other than that, they work tremendously great. So with that being said about the forward and rewind keys, I also want to talk about here the battery life. They last about 3 hours and a half depending on the usage. If you're using it constantly and non-stop with music or talking, they might deplete a little bit faster, but in my personal experience using it at work, I was able to get about 3 hours and a half on each one. So you can always use them individually. So let's say one runs out of charge, you can have it charging at the docking station while the other one's in use, and then vice versa. Another thing is the mic. The mic, unfortunately, is not the strongest point of the earphones. They sound a little bit muffled sometimes, but sometimes they sound great, and they do block the noise from the wind, so that's kind of cool. But yes, it's not the best microphone out there in the market. So for that reason, I had to score these 8.5 out of a 10. And that's because of the forward and rewind key not working properly, or at least on this model. Keep in mind that this is the pre-production model, and also you know, the microphone doesn't sound that great. But other than that, I think they are a bargain. And like always, if you guys do have any questions, you know exactly what to do, just leave your comments below. The link has also been provided in the description. Make sure that you guys check it out, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next one.